Good evening, my fellow citizens.
Welcome back to Kingsport 1962. We have most of our cast back today and a new person who we're very glad to have here, especially with the enormous sacrifice of crossing ocean timelines. So why don't we start by having David introduce his Fae?
Hi, I will be playing this evening Xanthus Prince, a recent arrivee to Kingsport. His father is recently taken up a teaching post at the Miskatonic. Xanthus has, as of yet, not met the rest of the cast, I don't believe. So I'll be looking forward to introducing him later.
Great. I'm sure that Kingsport will turn out to be just a plain old ordinary college town. While we go next to River, who's playing Wendy the Hollow. I'm sorry, the Silky. Jeez.
It's all right. Yes, I'm playing Wendy the Sulky. Her uncles own a boat. They are fishermen. Well, one's a fisherman, one's a fishmonger after the incident where he messed up his hand. And Wendy has been going around being, well, very, very mischievous and strange. And trying to get a jerk struck by lightning, and she failed.
Well, she got somebody struck by lightning, sort of. I mean, he was kind of a jerk, but not the big jerk that you wanted. Speaking of how people get struck by lightning, here's Serafina, who's playing Mal the Infernal.
Hi. So I am playing Malcolm Hamilton, known as Mal. Mal has, well, for lack of a better way to describe it, an evil friend. Mal doesn't know necessarily who that is. He has been chosen by this infernal entity and has entered into several deals in order to get things that he wants. But this isn't something that he chose for himself. He's mostly the coolest kid in school, apparently. That happened by accident last session. And is really into poetry and boys, apparently, also.
So, except for so mostly a mirror image of yourself. And last, but definitely not least, Simone, who's playing Lucca Prescott, our witch.
Yes, I'm Lucca Prescott, the witch. I am taught magic by my grandmother, which is a Salem witch. And I am a bit of a misfit at school. I don't fit with anyone. I usually tend to run away from most social encounters. And I just try to explore what this magic can do for me.
Fantastic. So, because we didn't have David last week, we're going to go through the backstory and do a little bit of homeroom so we can sort of wedge you nicely in. Why don't we start with your backstory questions?
If I can find the mute button. Yes, certainly. So the backstory questions are quite simple for the Fae. And I can find the page. So my first one is that I wear my heart on my sleeve, give everyone one string. So enjoy. So yeah, as will become evident, Xanthus is quite an open, vivacious type. So yeah, he's doesn't seem to have many secrets, is probably the way to put it. My second backstory is that I've captured someone's fancy and I gain 2 strings on them. Does anyone think that may be them?
I'm down to have a crush.
Yeah, sounds good.
There's definitely no danger there. So a lot of times when we have to bring somebody in, I don't think it's a bad idea to ask folks if anybody wants to recycle one of their backstory questions.
Oh,
And we
absolutely.
can reskin it somehow.
Xanthus, how did you steal my pelt from Mal? Or how did you weasel it off of him? I think Seraphina and I talked about this before, right?
Yeah,
You know,
that's a good question. I think so. I'm wondering if maybe in the resolution of the whole situation with the arrival of the traveler, it maybe gets left behind. And I come across it. I mean, I guess we can sort of see how that plays out, but I think that would sort of make sense.
Yeah, I think everything got really hectic when all that happened, so that makes perfect sense.
So you're saying you just sort of stumbled into it?
Yeah.
I dig it.
Cool.
Anybody else want to recycle a question, or? Oh, I already have this kind of here. Okay then. Let me take a look at homeroom and just do one thing real quick. There we go. Okie dokie. Okay, let's just first figure out where Xanthus sits. Any thoughts on that, David?
I think broadly he will sit wherever he's put. That empty table up at the front seems like it might be the obvious choice.
Okay.
But yeah.
Cool. Let me just put this here. Xanthus. Excellent. Let me just take a look at our folks here. Residence, Betty, Mel. Okay. Okay, cool. So Xanthus, what promise has Betty Neal made to you? Betty Neal is Mal's ex-best friend and apparently is very perceptive.
I think. Oh, what? I think she's promised to help me get to know the school, show me around, that sort of thing.
Excellent. Who's the right person for this? Mal. Why is Betty trying to keep Xanthus away from you?
Oh, I think, the reason that Betty and I had our falling out is because she twigged something was up with me. And like, I've changed so much and blah, blah, blah. I think she knows that Xanthus is kind of my type. And so she's like, I just don't want, she's homophobic is the thing.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
That's
terrible, but fair.
It's the 60s.
Yeah. So, why don't you take a string on Betty, Xanthus? I'm gonna give her a string on you. Yeah, that's terrible. Let's take a look. What else? Okay, and let's get one other person in here. Xanthus, who's the other kid you recognize from as has a parent at Miskatonic?
Oh, I think that will be.
We can add a new person if
Yeah,
actually I'd
yeah.
like to do that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I think it's Veronica Chase. Her, I think her mother is a lecturer at Miskatonic. She's in the English department. And I think, yeah. So yeah, she's not close colleagues with my father, but they're aware of each other.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Let me just try and figure out how I want to phrase this. Okay. Yeah. Lucca, what important thing of your mom does Veronica have? Since your grandmother rather, who was the witch. And also, where does Veronica sit, David?
I think maybe between Betty and Ginger there.
Yep.
I think she has an important tool that my grandmother used. Maybe her mother used to get tarot reading or something like that. And once my grandmother gave a gift to her, gave it as a gift to her, but mistook which tool or which thing she wanted to give, and gave something really more important than what she should have.
Maybe a book?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Good. Cool. Yep. So let's just pause at this. Xanthas, you've totally seen that book. You know that Veronica has it. We'll just leave it at that. And you didn't you tell me something that Xanthus likes to do, like research into the town when he moves in? Was that? Am I thinking of someone else?
I don't think I'd specifically mentioned that,
Okay.
but yeah, he's probably. I think he's certainly, yeah,
Cool.
interested in stuff in general. Yeah, like that.
Then we'll leave that as you know that is Lucca's grandmother's book. Then
Sure thing.
we'll just put that out there. So that's cool. I think that's good. That'll be enough to start. Take a string on Veronica, and I'm gonna give her one on you because she knows you. Lucca, you can take a string on Veronica too if you want. Cool. Looky. So hey, where should we pick up?
I think I want to pick up somewhere near where everything happened.
Okay.
I almost like the idea of picking up, like was it Friday?
I think it was, yeah.
Okay, so I can't say
I have to
lunch
look at
the
the
next
calendar.
day. But...
I mean, we could say it was Thursday.
I just have one question about this kid. Last thing I did last session was casting a spell on Bev, which allowed me to see and hear everything she saw and heard. So, just
Oh, right. Yes. And we left off with Bev running out
Mhm.
toward to try and kill Mal. That was, hey, kids, with playing at home. This is why cliffhangers are never a good idea. Actually, so you can answer at least a little bit of this. So something happened that kept Bev getting to Mal. What was it?
Ooh, was it Ken?
Ken.
My demon, or whatever it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Might be. I was thinking about her brother Troy,
Hmm,
the one I like.
yeah.
Cool. I like that. Yep. Okay, good. So we can cover that with Agatha when she gets
Yeah.
back.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
that sounds good to me. Probably your spell broke right after that because that family's creepy. There's a creepy amount of supernatural energy in the air right now.
Mm.
So I guess Mal, where do you take poor what is his name? Connor.
Connor. Poor Connor.
Now the traveler.
I think I take him home with me.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. And I think I'm really used to like sneaking in and out of my parents' house. Like they don't actually give a shit where I go. And so I sneak him into my house and up into my room.
Okay, he's sitting there and he starts shivering and he's like, I believe this body is out of its operational temperature range. Can you help me remedy that?
Why don't you here? And he like grabs a bunch of his clothes and hands them to you and says, "Get changed. I'll turn my back."
What intriguing garments.
Yeah.
So it takes him a fair amount of time to figure out how to get all these things to work. He has trouble with the jeans, but eventually he gets dressed and looks kind of like Connor. I mean, there's weirdness about the whole thing. Like his eyes look different.
So, traveler, are you? Is this? So when you're, where'd you come from? I guess. Where are you going to?
I'm here to observe.
Oh, so you're coming to here.
Yes.
This is your final destination. Observe what?
There's a historical nexus that will be occurring within the next several weeks that is of interest to the collective. So
The collective of what?
it's well, if you haven't been briefed on that yet, I feel like I'm not the. Suffice to say, I am one of. Wait, how did he tell me? What did they say they call you? Ah, yes, I am one of Kay's people.
Yeah, I know you're one of Kay's people because Kay told me to like look out for you and stuff. Are you coming to school with me tomorrow?
Yes, actually, that would be a wonderful chance to observe your species in an educational environment. It would be very useful for me to acclimate myself. It is essential that I maintain the ability to preserve stealth among your people.
So, couple of things. You're really good at math. You hate sports. But you do them because you have to because we're dudes. You're probably gonna have to go home and hang out with your parents at some point. Oh, and flirt with girls.
Sexual reproduction.
No, not necessarily. Don't like mate with them in the hallways. Sort of talk nice to them, flirt with them. Do you know what flirting is?
No, I will just have to make it clear that I do not have any interest in the pursuit of sexual dalliance.
No, but Connor does, and you look like Connor. So if you want to fit in, you have to do stuff that Connor would do.
Perhaps I should be injured in some way that is not
I really
inconvenient.
appreciate it if you not injure the body that you're in, because I don't. Is Connor still in there?
Connor's call it essence is perfectly fine.
So, like, when you leave the body, if you break its leg, would the leg still be broken when you leave? Like, don't hurt the body because he needs that.
Well, of course it would still be broken. I mean,
So don't.
seems-
It seems rude to wreck somebody's house when you're just visiting for the weekend.
but it seems a small price to pay given the enormous opportunities that Connor has been granted.
Connor, I don't think is probably going to see this as an opportunity. I'm just going to put it out there. He didn't sign up for this.
He'll have enough time to acclimate himself. Everyone always does.
I feel as though if I were suddenly invaded by a weird being from another dimension, my feelings would be pretty much, fuck this shit. But, like, whatever you say, man.
That seems strange, given that seems to be your precise situation.
Not currently possessed, just pointing that out. And I didn't pick all this.
Well, you were merely a prime target for our investigation. You are more than you're an excellent candidate.
What makes somebody an excellent candidate?
Well, it's difficult to explain in four-dimensional
For
terms.
the love of God, you and Kay with this four-dimensional shit. Fine. Whatever, man. Whatever. Man, I'm guessing, are you a dude? I don't know what's happening. Well, I'm gonna get you a sandwich, and you know what? We're gonna watch a movie, and that's gonna show you how to flirt.
Oh, excellent. That will be a wonderful chance for me to gain more information for the archives.
I'm pretty sure there's a Cary Grant flick on tonight. That guy can flirt. You can watch that happen, and I'll feed you a sandwich or something.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Cool. I want to check in with Wendy. Maybe why don't we check in with Wendy the next morning when everybody is coming to school? Actually, no, let me rewind that slightly. So the hurricane came and did a lot of damage to the fishing fleet. Your uncle's boats included. But fortunately, thanks to your intercession, your uncle did not try and take the boat all the way out into the storm pitch seas, but it's in bad shape.
Right. Well, I suppose I'm going to be showing up to school somewhat late and probably like in overalls or something very rednecky because I've been helping them with the boat.
That's fantastic.
And probably a big old bandage on my hand.
Let's put you together with Xanthus and Lucca, I think. Let me check the homeroom, actually. I think you definitely sit next to Xanthus. So let's start there.
Yeah. Just before, is it okay if we make this actually Xanthus's first day in the school? Does that work for people? Or do you think it makes more sense to have him been there for a bit?
I think that could work. Yeah, you might have met Betty when your dad was looking for a place in the summer.
Exactly, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Xanthus will probably have got in quite early because he's obviously not entirely sure what he's doing, where he's supposed to be. I think probably on his way in, he will have, I think maybe even losing names. Sorry, I just lost the homeroom thing again. Yeah, I think maybe, Betty's possibly, met me, has possibly been like assigned by the school to sort of meet me sort of thing and show me where to go. I think he'll sort of have taken sort of the empty table in the empty desk in the homeroom, be sort of sitting patiently.
Cool. So I guess, Wendy, you come slouching in your coveralls next to this really good-looking, I think, guy.
Yeah.
I would say careening in, perhaps.
I invite you to.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Xanthus is sort of, it's got the, like a, white shirt, a school tie, obviously not for this school, but it's clearly that sort of striped tie on one of the well, certainly what I would call it, like a knitted tank top in sort of brown with like the red and green stripes through it, sort of thing. Brown corduroy trousers, big floppy blonde hair, big smile when he sees you coming. He'll give a little wave.
Wendy stops on a dime and glares at him. You're not Mal, I say, leaning in.
No, I'm quite well, thanks. Xanthus, Prince. I'm new here, obviously, I suppose.
What's a prince doing in this school? I wasn't aware that there are any royalty here.
No, not quite that sort of prince. My surname is Prince. I'm, but no, I've just moved in. My first day.
I very forwardly cross my arms and put them on your desk and look straight at you. I haven't broken eye contact or perhaps even blinked this entire time. I say very quietly, you have something of mine.
I'm sorry, miss. I don't think I don't think I quite know what you're talking about. But if there's been am I in your chair?
No, I sit next to you. Did you come across an interesting animal skin recently?
Oh, yes, I did actually, as a matter of fact.
That's mine, and I would like it returned.
Of course. I don't have it on me now, but I can certainly get it for you.
That would be wonderful. I'm Wendy, by the way. Good to meet you, Zan.
Nice to meet you. He'll take Wendy's hand and gently kiss it and return it.
Oh, that's definitely a meet cute. So Lucca,
It's just error.
So Lucca, Mal comes in with Connor, and he has to like kind of push Connor into the right seat, and so Connor just slumps down in front of you. He turns around, looks at you very intently for a moment, says, "What's your name?"
What? Lucca.
Mal leans in and goes, "Stop being weird. Use the chart I made you," and then goes and sits down.
Yes.
Are you all right, Connor?
Yes, I am fine. I was struck on the head during the storm last night. It has given me a bit of a headache.
Okay, I see. All right. Well, is it still looking at me?
Yes, rather disturbingly.
Yeah. So, Connor, are you going with Bev to the Halloween dance?
Oh, the courtship ritual. No, I think I shall have to break my appointment.
Oh,
By the way, your aura is exceptionally strong.
what do you mean?
it's quite clear you know at least a few of the initial words of the opening. Perhaps we should discuss this at some point.
Yes, we should. Definitely.
I think Connor suddenly remembers and looks over at Mal.
From the back of the room, Mal's like, stop being weird. Be Cary Grant.
I I take note of how Mal is acting.
Yes. Well, we have much to learn today.
Yes, apparently we do.
Cool. So who has a class with Connor after homeroom? Wendy? Are you waving your hand? Okay. Oh, why don't we throw Xanthus into this mix since you guys have such cute chemistry?
Sure thing.
Cool. Yeah, so Mal has to kind of push Connor into the room. What class is it, Wendy?
Oh, what else but math?
He looks at the board, just sort of shakes his head, and sits down. He turns to you, Xanthus, and says, "This is not very advanced. I shall use the opportunity to take extensive notes."
Well, I admire the enthusiasm. It's maths isn't really my strong suit, I must admit. So I might have to ask you for a little help. And I'll give him a winning smile.
Yes. Yeah.
Did the storm give you math suddenly, Connor?
Oh, I've been doing extra study credit with Bev.
I see. She gave you voice lessons too, because your voice is.
No, I contracted an illness during the storm as well.
Yes, pardon me, everyone, while I play this like a sitcom. All right. I sniff at him once and then kind of edge away from him.
So, Xanthus, you can see him. Actually, you can see him doodling in his book. It does not look like. It just looks like little symbols. It's not writing of any kind that you know. He just looks at you again, Xanthus, and is like, Then he leans in very closely and says, "You're not quite human, are you?"
That's a little harsh, don't you think? I don't quite know what you're. Is this some sort of joke?
He pulls out a little card for a second. Yes, I was amused. I was attempting to be amusing.
No, I know it's customary to rib the new boy a bit.
That seems counterproductive, but yes, I am told that is the custom.
So yeah, I think, and I'll say, do you know what the do you know how to do number 3 on the board there? I'm can never quite remember which way around it is. You do the top bit and the bottom bit.
The symbols are. So he sketches more crazy symbols in his book, and then looks at it. It's 31.
Oh, thank you. He'll write down, and then sort of start to like work back the sum in his head, see if he can.
Wendy curses under her breath and starts correcting her math.
Okay.
But I definitely want to get a scene. I don't know. I want to snoop on a scene with Lucca and Xanthus. So I know that they're going to have a conversation soon.
It sounds like it's lunchtime then, doesn't it?
As
And
soon
I-
as lunch
Okay,
starts,
awesome.
Mal grabs Connor and hauls him to a corner table and sits him down. Being weird.
Yes. Now I know how to interpret the signals I was receiving from this body. I was obviously in need of nourishment. Thank you.
Can you please just stop referring to like weird customs and drawing insane ramblings in your book? People have asked me what happened to you, and several of them have theorized that you have become an alien.
Well, that,
Aren't you supposed to be undercover?
perhaps I should not attend school as much.
Do whatever makes sense for you, man. Like, I can't look out for you if you're not in school.
I was chosen less for my abilities as a field agent and more for my technical capabilities and certain aspects of time stream prediction and motive and correction.
I feel like, as much as Mal is supposed to be a superhuman being, he totally cracked out in the choice department. Eat your nuggets.
Ah, interesting. Okay, so yeah, let's do this with Lucca and Xanthus scene with Wendy's uncannily powerful hearing, perhaps giving her the ability to listen in.
Or I might just be sitting at the next table, like,
Yeah.
being super obvious.
That is fine by me. Why don't we do that thing? Let's do that thing.
Nice to meet you anyway. It's Prince, Xanthus Prince.
Yeah, I'm Lucca Prescott. Yeah, you knew you might have not picked the coolest table to sit at.
Oh, well, I've got to get to know as many new people here as possible. So
Well,
got
it's
to
nice to
start
meet you.
somewhere. Yes, exactly.
So, Prince, where are you from?
I'm from England. My family live in Surrey. I was at school there before, but my father's just started a job at Miskatonic, so came over with him. Just spent a little while settling in, getting accustomed. And how about you? Have you always lived here in Kingsport?
Yeah, I've always been here. My parents came here before I was born, so yeah, I've always been here.
It's a nice little town. I have to get to know it a little bit better.
Yeah, I guess so. I haven't really experienced anything else.
So I'm gonna lean in to in on them. Boys, shouldn't you be worrying about who to take to the dance?
Oh, there's a dance.
Yeah, the Halloween dance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, yes, I suppose. I suppose should see about that then. So I suppose it's customary to ask a lady before the event to dance, is it?
Yes, it is. But your time is running out. TikTok.
Of course. I shall have to. Have you already got an accompaniment?
I haven't gotten accompaniment.
I-
What about you, Lucca?
Just can do a small pause here. I just can't remember how it went down in the milkshake shop. Weren't we supposed to go together?
That is how I tried to arrange it.
Yeah, I can't remember how it went.
Oh shit!
That's right. I queened the heck out of you guys.
Does
Oh.
Wendy just not understand it's only supposed to be one? Or are you trying to attract a pod?
I turn my chair around and actually sit down and look at Lucca and say, "I'm so sorry. I with the storm. Oh dear.
Well, I mean, if you prefer to go with Xanthus,
I don't really know anything about Xanthus though.
No, I wouldn't wish to intrude. Of course, I will. More than happy to find another eligible young lady to take with me.
yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So after lunch, Mal, you unfortunately have to allow Connor to start walking towards his class. And I think let's just, for the heck, let's get Luca. We'll have Lucca and Xanthus here, and they can jump in if they want to. But Bev comes at you like a freight train.
What the hell?
She's like, "What did you do to him?
Wait,
What is wrong with you?"
Bev or
Who's going out with Connor? It was Bev, right?
was it?
I think that was the plan, wasn't it?
Oh, because Bev is Agatha's character. Did you mean Betty? Was it Betty?
Oh yeah, Betty. That's what I meant.
That's why I was like, I was
my bad.
confused.
Yeah, no, it's my fault. So
Um,
Betty comes at you like a freight train.
yo,
And
cool out, lady. What's going on?
what did you do to him?
I didn't do anything to anybody. What? Who? Who are you talking about?
Connor said that he's not going to take me to the dance
Why would that have anything to do with me?
because you're friends and you're always hanging out and you're being weird and I don't know what you do together. Maybe you do stuff that would make Connor
He
not.
grabs her by the arm and hauls her into an empty classroom. What are you doing, man?
I'm
not like sleeping with the guy you like.
Well,
Seriously?
I don't know what people like you do.
People like me. High school boys. Oh, you mean queers.
That's a nasty word. I just think that you have a phase and you should go and see a doctor.
It's a phase. Cool. Listen, I'm not sleeping with Connor. I wouldn't sleep with somebody that you like. But I will, however, sleep with anybody else I feel like. How's that sound?
That sounds disgusting.
Maybe he didn't want to go with you because you're a dick.
I can't believe you talk to me like that.
Why wouldn't I talk to you like that? We're not friends anymore. You just stopped hanging out with me out of the blue, and now you're like basically saying that you think I'm what?
I deviant. Yes.
Deviant. I'd rather be deviant than a bitch.
That's just mean.
Then
You don't.
Maybe I'm mean now.
You don't have the right to just talk that way about me.
You're the one that stormed up to me, accusing me of doing stuff with Connor.
Well, I mean, it was a logical assumption. He's acting weird, and you started acting weird, and now he's acting weird. So I don't know what you two were doing together, but he was fine
hit his head during the
yesterday.
storm, and now he's a little weird.
The storm. I know that you two were hanging out all night last night, and he went to your house.
Because he hit his head. Listen, believe me or not, I didn't do anything.
Yep. I think I should have given you a shutdown roll earlier, so let's take it now.
Take it now.
You definitely should have gotten it.
Yeah. One, two, reroll selected. I roll an 8, which shuts someone down is with cold. I have -1 cold, so I still roll a 7.
That's cool. So choose one from the list, and I will get to put a condition on you, which is what I was about to do anyway. So
Cool.
appropriate.
I think. Does she have a string on me?
She has 2 strings on you.
Cool. I would like her to gain the condition catty. I think people overhear us arguing and everybody likes me.
Cool.
And what condition am I getting?
Deviant.
Figures. Gosh, Mel is a mirror image of me.
But also, she storms open the door and nearly bowls over Xanthus. As she's walking by, she mutters some horrible slur.
Yeah.
And Xanthus is more than able to put 2 and 2 together about what she thinks you are.
So I am standing, like, as the door swings shut again, Xanthus can see me standing in the room, and I went from, like, being cold and furious to, like, I'm bright red and tears are streaming down my face.
Oh, my heart is breaking. I'm such a terrible person.
He's terrible.
Yeah, this is fair. Cool.
Yeah.
I
don't know if he wants to, like, say anything to me or whatever, or we can cut it there. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I think Xanth is going to probably see Mal's collapse. He's going to sort of walk into the room and just sort of pull the door slightly closed behind him, not like all the way, but just to
right.
So do you have I don't mean to eavesdrop, but couldn't help but things seem to get a little bit ugly there. Are you okay?
You know, told myself that I wouldn't let it bother me what she thinks about me, but apparently it does.
I think sometimes, the people closest to us are the ones that can hurt us most,
Yeah. I mean, she used to be my best friend. Sorry. Who are you? Hi.
Sorry.
Malcolm, Hamilton. Sorry. I'm having the worst day.
That's don't worry about it. I'm Xanthus, Prince. And
the new guy, yeah.
Yes,
no, she used to be my best friend, and apparently the reason we're not friends anymore is because I'm not straight.
Well, I don't know about Mal, but you look pretty boner to me.
Thanks. Sorry, is that a turn someone on roll? I don't know.
I'm happy for it to be. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Fae, so probably.
Yeah.
Isn't everything a turn someone on roll?
I mean, it's the only thing I can actually do. So yeah, it's.
Oh no, that's gonna work.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use Shameless on that because why not?
All right.
So you get a string on me automatically.
Cool.
I rolled a 4, but that gives me a 9.
Great.
So yeah, it's the mixed.
Yeah.
Well, you get to choose one there, Mal.
I think the one that probably makes the most sense given where Mal is right now is getting embarrassed and acting awkward because he just had a really embarrassing situation and he doesn't know you that well.
That's fair. That's fair.
So you say that and he just like, runs his hand through his hair and like looks around and like wipes the tears off his face and is like, yeah, no. Thanks. I have to go to English class, but like, cool. You going to the dance on Saturday? Maybe I'll see you at the tomorrow.
Yes. Catch you later.
Great, bye, and like zooms out of the room. That was adorable.
Yeah. So let's check in with Lucca. What's up with Lucca? It's probably like the end of the day now.
Wanted to talk to Mal, but he's definitely busy.
Oh no, you can talk to me.
Oh yeah. We can cut ahead in time.
All right, so that might be a bit later.
Mhm.
Hey, Mal.
Yeah, where are we? Are we like outside school or?
Yeah, why don't we say it's the end of the day?
Or we're like walking through the parking lot or whatever. Hey, Lucca.
If you have to pick Connor, I am trying to get you before you get to him.
Yeah,
Actually.
I'm going that way probably. Yeah, what's up?
Hey, wanted to ask you, what's up with Connor?
He hit his head real bad during the
Okay.
storm.
I'm not that dumb.
I didn't say you were.
Yeah.
But that's the story I'm sticking to.
All right. Well, if you want to go that way, sure. There's one other thing I wanted to ask you. Just before that, I'm making sure that there's not a lot. Are there a lot of people around us?
Let's say no.
Okay. I will put a book, probably Le Fleur du Mal, and I wanted to ask some your opinion on one of the things about that one of the poems.
Oh yeah.
So I opened the book. I kind of leaned like very very near you. I'm really getting to your space.
Uh-huh.
And so this is the passage I want to ask you. And I start first I'm like les fleurs sont belles et le rouge du ciel est beau. And then I turn to like man tu escalen tiri o como tare aranti cos scale a tulum.
I don't know if I know that poem.
Yeah, well, I'm casting a spell at you.
Great.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Which spell are you? Which hex are you doing?
The Ring of Truth.
Excellent. So give me a dark roll here.
Yep, just 1 second.
Oh damn.
It's a 9 mixed result.
Oh, that's excellent. So, which one do you want to choose?
Okay. I think I'll go with the harm. I get
Okay.
1 harm.
Cool. What does that look like? Blood out of the eyes, or?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with ears. Bloody ears.
Ooh, a classic choice. Excellent.
Cool.
Ow!
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I am. At least I'll be okay. Sorry.
I don't know what poem that was.
Yeah. Well, it's not that important.
Was that fucking Latin?
A bit of Latin, a bit of Wiccan, and a bit of old Amerindian stuff. I'll just say that word.
All right.
Well, anyway, so that's it. Won't Connor just bang his head?
Yeah,
Doing
Connor
so.
banged his. Oh, Jesus! Fuck! Oh, banged his head. Ow!
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What did you do?
Well, I just didn't like you lying to me.
You don't necessarily deserve the truth just because you ask for it.
No, I don't. Just,
Then I don't know you.
I know. But there's really something very weird with him, and I just need to know. Sorry it fell on you.
Ah! Mal just like turns and runs away from you. Do I have to do like? I'll roll for that, I guess. Roll for
Oh yes. Oh yes. Please do.
Roll to run away. I roll a 9. I roll with volatile, which is -1, so I roll an 8.
Well, you get to choose between you run into something worse, you cause a big scene, or you leave something behind.
I'll run into something worse. I want to challenge Cat to give me something worse.
Challenge accepted. Let's see. What's right? You run into Xanthus and his father.
All right.
So Mr. Prince is holding the French copy of The King in Yellow, looking at you and like, Xanthus, I thought we agreed that you would not go into my study and take any of the books that I kept on that on the shelf in the right. We did discuss this, didn't we?
Yes, Father, and I haven't been, okay.
Xanthus, lying does not become a scholar and a gentleman. This book has clearly been looked at. This is not.
Are we
This
in the
is-
parking lot? So you're like by your car.
Yeah, I think that's where this happens when you.
Yeah. Mal's running kind of blind and barrels right into your dad.
Oh, good. The book falls at your feet and flips open.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Sorry. And like he picks it up. Is it anything in particular, or is it?
Yeah, it's The King in Yellow.
Oh yeah. Okay, I like pick it up. And I'm like, oh man, I'm really sorry. I'm like dusting it off.
Could you give me a roll to hold steady or keep your cool?
Me?
That's what they call it. Oh yeah.
Oh great. No, good. I roll a 3. Do I have a cold? No, my cold's -1. I roll a 2.
My job is always so much easier when I ask you to roll for stuff. You get a vision of you and Xanthus standing on the stage, and you're both in costume. And I think you're lovers. And there's a looming presence, not from the audience, but from behind the stage, that reminds you it's similar, but not anywhere like, it's not like being with Kay, but there's that similar sort of feeling of some powerful supernatural force that's taking an interest in you.
I drop the book and run away. Do I need to roll to run away again?
No, that one you get for free.
Okay, great, thanks. Like, says nothing, picks up the book, starts to dust it off, and freaks out and runs.
Like Dr. Prince just looks at you, Zance, and is like, "I'm sorry, was that? What on earth was that?"
One of my classmates, Mal. It seems like a nice boy.
I'm not sure. He looks like one of those what do they call them here? Juvenile delinquents.
He seems perfectly friendly. And then Xanthus will bend down and likewise dust off the books, that book rather, and hand it back over and say, "I'm sorry, Father. I just wanted to read it again."
It's not a very good play, but it does contain certain elements that are not proper for a young man, especially. Luke, none of us want to repeat of what happened the last time you were away at school, correct?
Yes, Father.
Good. I'm glad we're all agreed on that. Now, is it true that this school has a dramatics club?
Yes, I think so. I don't know what they're putting on this season.
Well, perhaps you should endeavor to join them. It would be a good way for you to make friends and stay out of trouble. Some good, clean theatrical productions.
Yes, Father.
Perhaps some Shakespeare.
Of course.
All right. Very well. Let's go and see your mother. Cool. Yes, I am well aware of the irony of going to the theater world. How curious. Never. But when you're a professor of drama, theater feels clean. Yeah, let's call this our break, I think.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we take 5 to 7 minutes and get back here about 5 minutes to the hour, since none of us are in a halftime zone. And yeah, I'll see you then.
I did want to say one thing to
Sure.
Simone before we go. I do want to have Wendy meet up with Simone to apologize.
Okay.
That's...
Think of something that she could give you that is inexpensive, easy to find, and she thinks that you'll like.
Okay.
Oh my god. Well, I'll be hurrying back.
Or a live fish. Cat. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, so we want to see Lucca and Wendy, huh? At Lucca's place?
Depends. I kind of wanted to maybe catch Lucca before he gets home, or perhaps
Oh, okay. No.
block right before his house.
Let me pitch to you how you do this. You come rushing up when he's, walking down the streets, the nice little quiet streets of Kingsport back to his house. Like a seal might suddenly pounce on a penguin or something. So that's, I think, where this can happen.
Actually, I want to tap you on the shoulder and say, Lucca.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Oh my God, what happened?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
You don't know why you're bleeding from your ears.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, that I know.
Okay.
Must have hit myself during the storm, I guess. Just bleeding out now.
Do you want me to take a look at it? Say, reaching out to you.
Okay. My face turns red.
Look at your head and everything like that, and
It should. It should be all right.
yeah, it doesn't look like it's bleeding anymore. But that could just be that your ears are gunked up with dried blood. Which would explain why you haven't heard me calling your name for the past half block.
What? What? Oh, yeah. I thought it was a fine. Okay. Guess I should go home and see what I can do about that.
But I wanted to give you something by way of an apology, kind of. Reach through like the 6 or 7 pockets that are in this thing. She's not used to having pockets. And what does she pull out for you?
Oh, I get to choose. What? Again. Geez, what do I don't know.
Okay. I actually had an idea, like as soon as I stood up away from. So, what it is then is some like fishing hooks that are lashed together with fishing line, and they're fairly small ones, just like freshwater hooks, and they are wrapped in such a way that they hold a pearl.
Oh. Wow.
So this was something Connor gave me. He gave me the pearl, and I figured, like a pearl, you tend to lose them, at least if you're me. So I wanted to put it in something that way you could not lose track of it.
Oh. Well, thanks. Wow.
I think it's still sharp in places, though.
Oh, that'll be fine. Well, thanks. I guess. Hey, want to hang out?
Sure. Yeah, and I just didn't want you to think that I was forgetting about you, even though I obviously had.
Yeah. That was a bit weird, but it's all right. I guess it happens.
Does this turn into turn someone on as we're going off together?
know.
If it is, it's Lucca who's rolling.
Oh wow!
Mhm.
Oh.
All right, that will definitely turn.
It was the "Do you want to hang out?"
Mhm.
Yes.
So it's plus hot. Where's the dice roll? There it is.
I believe in you. You have +1 hot.
Oh, 5. I took the charming option, so yeah.
You can. Oh, I gave you a string in the last scene we had together. You could use that on me.
Yeah, but it's a 5. Will only
Yeah,
turn to a 6.
It'd only make it a 6. Oh, poop.
And I think that's the only string I have on you, so that.
Yeah.
So now there's no.
It's all right.
There's no 6- thing on terms of one.
Oh no! I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Wendy's definitely gonna go with you.
Okay.
Catherine can just make things so much worse.
Oh yes. You're about to say, "Sure, let's go hang out. That sounds great." When what's the other uncle's name? Terry comes running up. It's like, Wendy, I've been looking all over for you. Where you been?
At school, Uncle Terry.
No, I went to the school and you went there. Look, it doesn't matter. Your Uncle Rico got hurt.
Like, again?
Yeah, because we were working on the boat.
Um,
It's kind of bad. I think you ought to come with me
yeah,
to the
yeah.
hospital.
I'll see you tomorrow. I hug him and bolt.
Just staggered by hug.
Hugs are how you show affection, right?
Yeah, it is. Just not used to receive it.
I just want to see Connor shrugging as you go by. Like, got me, kid. I don't know. So, Mal, where do you go after school? And what do you do with Connor?
You mean when I scamper away full of humiliation
Yes.
with a splitting headache? How long does the lying spell last? Is it for the rest of the session, or?
If I have to, it's. I believe it's until Lucca dismisses it. I think it's fair that if Lucca casts another hex, we'll release it on you.
All right, let's do that one because the playbook doesn't say anything about that.
Yeah.
It's eternal.
Yeah, right. Worst. So I grab Connor.
Are you attempting to provide affection to me?
No, dude. I mean, no.
All right.
My
I
head
was
hurts.
told that was something that your species does.
Yeah, no, we totally provide affection by touching each other. Fucking Lucca did something to me and now I can't lie.
Yes. She has warped the local space-time via hyperspace inversion. This will have profound psychic effects on you, I think.
It hurts like a motherfuck.
It's a simple feedback loop.
That hurts like a motherfuck.
Well, yes. I mean,
Also, it's worth pointing out that Lucca is a dude. I know it's hard for you to notice these things.
Oh. Yes. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I get that. Like, I don't know.
I'm not used to two genders. It seems so paltry.
How many genders do you have?
We left gender behind us a long time ago.
Oh, can I hang out with you guys?
No. Yes. The portions of your brain that are engaged when you attempt to tell a falsehood or some other deception will now create a psychic feedback loop into the parts of your brain that create hallucinations.
Great. So I'm going to hallucinate whenever I try and lie. I am going to kick the shit out of him.
Well, I would not recommend violence, but if you feel you must defend yourself, I suppose it's as good a means as any.
Oh my God, you're annoying. Listen, are you going to go back to your house or are you coming back to my house?
I have taken care of that. I did what you said, and I called up my mother and Connor's mother, and I said, and he takes out a little note. No, actually, he doesn't take out a note. He just kind of blanks his eyes and goes, "Hey, Ma, I'm going over to Mal's tonight."
Oh my God. Great.
She was surprisingly accepting of that.
Yeah, I feel like Connor's parents are used to him not being around. Just so you're aware, apparently us spending time together might lead to people thinking that we're gay together.
That seems inconsequential to my mission.
It's inconsequential to your mission. It's very consequential to mine. So just ignore it, I guess. Feel free to punch anybody that says that to you. I don't know. If people are nice about it, it's fine, but no one's going to be nice about it.
I may not be capable of such fine niceties of discrimination.
So don't punch anybody. Where's Kay?
Funny you should ask me that. When you get to your room, and he sits there in front of you, And he looks at you funny for a second, and that's kind of the last thing you remember of that instance. You find yourself in that place where Kay talks to you,
Cool.
except you're completely alone. And as normal, you're paralyzed. But you're there for a while, so if you want to try and move, I'm more than happy to entertain that.
I would like to try and move. Yeah.
Would you care to roll plus cold for me?
Yeah, sure. Cold is -1, so that's gonna go super well. I roll a 7.
Oh, that's good.
Which is like with the minus. I rolled an 8, -1, 7.
Well, you are able to move, and that's when the horror starts.
No.
Because you realize that there's something very strange about the perspective. It's like you're taller. That's what you finally figure out. But then when you bend down to look at the floor gets much closer, and you're like, that there's some weird thing going on. And then you think you don't have feet as you start to move forward.
Oh, I hate this. I hate this a lot.
Would you like to keep going, or do you wish to just stop and stay very quiet until Kay finds you?
No, I'm going to keep walking around. By the time Kay finds me, I am going to be hysterical.
Well, there's that window. So you're able to shuffle over to the window, and you can stick your head surprisingly far outside the window and look around. Which is about the point you realize that you're seeing in 360 degrees, which you did not think was possible, but here we are.
Oh.
And what you see is it's a very muggy, misty space. There's like giant ferns growing everywhere. And there is a weird city rising around you, and it does not look like it was built by people.
Okay, great, good.
And right about that moment, you feel a snap, and for a second, you see yourself as if you were staring at yourself from Connor's position, and then you snap back into your body.
That was fucking terrible.
Ah, you're back.
Where did I go?
Yes. Kay told me that he was sorry, but it was just simpler to provide a construction to me in this manner.
Wait. So you're saying that I was there and Kay was here?
Yes.
Yo, man, that is rude as shit.
I'm afraid he felt it was for the best. He had been reviewing our performance.
It's my body.
Well, true, but you don't seem to mind when he shares it partially to give you extra power.
I'm sorry, is that what's happening? No, I for sure mind that.
Well, that is a fair remark. I'm afraid that the needs of science do occasionally require us to...
What is with that bananas ass city?
Oh! I didn't realize he was based in Panactus. How is the old place?
Horrifying.
I always had fond memories of it.
Okay. Cool.
Well, it was a city built by our people at one point in your history.
Who are your people?
I feel like if Kay hasn't disclosed all these...
Listen, man. Dude's taking over my body and shit. I deserve to know what side I'm playing on.
Well, you might call us the archivists.
Oh, cool. What do you archive?
We have the ability to project our minds forward and backwards in time. into suitably advanced intelligent species, at which point we are able to observe their time and record the details.
Great, fine, cool, great, good.
Mhm.
I think great. I'm gonna take cool. You know, my dad has some whiskey in one of the closets downstairs, and I'm gonna be right back.
Are you sure that you need to anesthetize yourself?
If I do not do that, I am going to start climbing the walls.
I know what I will do. I will contact some of our people in this timeline, and I'll get you some compound Lao. It will make you. It will help with your visions.
Help how?
It will make the transition easier.
I feel like that's fine. I feel like Jack Daniels is for sure a tried and true method for Homo sapiens, and I'm just going to do that.
Jack Daniels? It is a person that you are going to?
You know, real curious what happens when I give some of that to you. So we're just going to have a little experiment.
Me too.
And I think that then Mal
Sexual bonding, wow.
Mal gets the traveler drunk.
It doesn't take much.
No, I'm sure it doesn't.
Connor was kind of a lot of bluster. He didn't really build up any tolerance yet.
It's a shame.
Yes, it is.
Hold on. Actually, I would like to. I want to learn something about what's actually. I want to learn like Kay's real name or something from him if I can.
Well, how you planning to do that?
Literally, the only way to get information out of someone is to turn them on. So I guess I don't want to do that.
Technically, you can if you find a situation where you're facing your fear, you can and roll a 10 on keep your cool. You get to ask me any question you want.
Look into the abyss, gaze into the abyss. That's the
yeah, that will work.
I could do that.
Yeah, that'll definitely work.
That'll definitely work. That'll go really well. I do have +2 dark.
Yes, you do.
So while I'm getting drunk, I gaze into the abyss. What could possibly go wrong?
Please, I invite you to roll.
I roll a 10. Yes.
Cool.
That could have gone so badly.
Cool. Yeah, what? Well, I mean, obviously getting drunk is part of this one.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so I think we're like it's like midnight or something. We've been like drinking and talking for a while in like the weird kinds of conversations that we have. And I'm like, come on, man, you can just level with me. What's Kay's real name?
Well, I'll tell you what I can do. He is a very simple paralyzation drug when you arrive, but there's a charm. Totally tell you how to use it.
But how does that tell me what his name is?
Well, but you see, if you can move around, it will clear your mind, and then you can just ask him.
He's not gonna tell me.
Well, you might. I don't know. You've also noticed that Connor is he started to pick up Connor's accent. That may have been why Kay had to show up to sort of kick his ass on this one.
Fair. All right, great. Tell me the charm.
All right, so he says stuff that shouldn't make any sense to you, but with all the people that have been, kind of doing a Airbnb on your brain, parts of it make sense, and you find yourself snapped back to that room.
Cool.
And, you hear Kay's voice from behind you. It's like, I did not expect to see you so soon, Mal.
I know you didn't. I've been having a really interesting conversation with your friend, who's a great guy, by the way. Great guy.
Yeah.
And he thought I should just come here and ask you. So I came here, and I'm going to ask you what your name is. We're friends. I should know what your name is.
Friends. I had a friend who was a human once.
It's me.
Unfortunately, that timeline was deleted.
Cool. Well, this one's not deleted.
Are you sure you wish to know all these things?
I wouldn't have come here if I didn't want to, man.
Well, since you seem able to move, why don't you turn around?
Oh God, that's horrible. Mal spins around unsteadily.
Okay, facing you is a 10-foot high cone-shaped being. On top of the cone is a long tentacle with a kind of just perfectly round, bulbous head with eyes evenly spaced all the way around. They're big, like, not bug eyes, but they're like that disproportionately big. Has two sort of lobster claws just held like this. Uh, Around the mouth, you guess, are writhing tentacles. And rising behind it is this other tentacle with like three horns on it. And that's where the noise comes from. And A, you're realizing that you've been talking to Kay, and B, not in English. And then finally, you realize that you look exactly like him.
That's whole time.
My name's Kakakatak. At least that's the designation I like to use. It's an old custom. It's not really necessary for the Great Race, but are you satisfied now, Mal? Will this help you do your job more satisfactorily?
This wasn't really necessarily about helping me do my job. It was about us being buds.
I'm concerned about your performance, Mal, if this will aid you in the completion of your tasks.
No, totally. Whatever tasks you have, I'm gonna do them for sure, because you're...
I'm glad to know that.
What's that?
Time is racing forward towards a Nexus event.
Yeah, the Nexus event. Which doesn't sound great.
In the vast majority of timelines, everything will be fine.
What about this one?
Well, we don't know yet. I mean, obviously there are quantum fluctuations entailed in any kind of time travel. But the important thing is, in most timelines, the Earth is not reduced to an irradiated husk with no life on it.
Good to know. Hopefully not.
Good.
Here.
I'm going to send you back now. I think you need some sleep.
Yep.
But do check on me anytime you want, Mal.
Definitely gonna do that.
Fantastic. So hey, well, let's kick a couple days down the timeline, down the week. What is everybody doing this week? How about you, Xanthus? Do you join the theater club?
Yeah.
How long does it take before you are the theater club?
I think he doesn't go in with the intent of taking over. I think it's just, yeah.
You're Faye. You're charismatic as heck. You're probably a very good actor.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Do you invite anybody to join the theater club with you? Perhaps a certain Marlon Brando-esque young tough guy?
I don't, not specifically, though. I might do in future. Yeah.
Excellent. What are you up to, Wendy? I mean, so your Uncle Rico, he fell off the boat and he staved in a couple ribs, and it looked pretty bad because he had some internal bleeding. But he gets out of the hospital. He's fine. He's complaining the whole time. He wants to get up and make dinner for everyone, and Terry kind of shoves him down and goes and makes some chowder. But what have you been doing besides that?
Well, I've been trying to convince Terry to let Rico move around more because Rico is my favorite uncle.
Aw, that's
He's
so
the reason I came to
cute.
land, so
What are you doing about the whole pelt issue?
so that once I figure out where Xanthus lives, just gonna go talk to him.
Fantastic. Why don't we do that as a scene?
Sure.
Because the creepy the creepy and very very proper household of the Prince family should be that's fun. So great, cool, cool. So yeah, you have a housekeeper, right, Xanthus?
That's right. Yep. Yeah, not sort of so not kind of a live-in
Oh, okay.
housekeeper, but yeah, sort of comes in to do the cooking and cleaning and such.
All right. She shows Wendy in and just says, Master Prince, this girl is here to see you.
Oh, thanks. Wendy, how are you?
How what's the age difference between you and the housekeeper?
I'm imagining the housekeeper is a sort of middle-aged or older lady. Yeah.
What's your aunt doing answering the door? That's weird.
Oh, no, she's the lady who keeps house for us.
But you said you're not a prince.
No, I'm not a prince. My father works at Miskatonic, and my mother's not very well. So, but yeah, sorry. What?
I mean, my uncle works and my other uncle isn't very well, but we don't have somebody around to help.
Must be difficult for you, I suppose.
It's extremely difficult for us. We need to talk.
Certainly. Can I get you anything? Cup of tea?
Sure.
Yeah. And Xanthus will actually make the tea himself, sort of thing. Get the kettle and stuff. So, what was it? What was it you wanted to talk about?
Well, I need your help. Okay.
Anything I can do, of course.
I don't even know where to start. Well, my Terry said that we need money, but the well's dried up, and I think that means Gloria's family isn't going to lend them any more money. But we need to get our boat into dry dock, otherwise my uncles are going to just hurt themselves again fixing it. I can do things. I can do things for you, and normally this would mean you give me the pelt back, but I can keep doing things if you give my family money to get the boat repaired.
I see. I mean, I don't really have much money of my own. I my I could ask my father, I suppose, but I don't expect he'd be much help, I'm afraid.
Well, fine. Then tell me what you need me to do and give me back the pelt, and I'll find someone that can get me what my family needs.
Of course.
Shit. I just
So
I just shut you down, didn't I?
yeah, that sounds fair.
Shit.
I can.
Wendy, why you gotta be so mean? Well, with my cold of 2, that makes it a 7. Okay. So this goes poorly for everyone.
Yes, it does. You're going to take a condition, but what are you going to do?
Hmm. What's a good word for like a wealthy layabout?
Oh man.
Yeah,
You know what? I just give him spoiled.
yeah.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, spoiled. I'm gonna give you the condition spoiled because you have all this stuff, but you can't, and my character believes you just won't do anything with it.
Sure thing. I think I'm probably going to go for the condition in return. I'm probably going to go for desperate. Seems.
Quite on the nose, yes.
Yeah.
Desperate and shamed. That's fantastic.
If this doesn't lead to bad things, of course.
Yeah, we can all try. Cool. Yeah. So, what do you do, Xanthus? Lucca wants you to make them do something, and
Lucca? Wendy.
Linda. Oh, Jesus Christ! Again, stressful week.
So I'm just trying to think what, because dramatically speaking, it obviously makes more. It'd be more interesting to do something, but I think, to be honest, I think that Xanth's probably more likely to just return the pelt. I can't really think of a specific thing he'd want to achieve at the minute.
Yeah, I think that works.
Yeah, yep. It feels a bit more. It seems like it would be more interesting to come up with something, but I just can't really think of anything that.
I think she will take the pelt from you, look you straight in the eye, pour the tea down the sink, and leave.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure Wendy does things that don't involve either turning someone on or shutting them down. I'm just not sure what they are yet.
Me neither.
Given the circumstances, I think the logical next scene is to have Lucca and Mal. Mal's probably a little annoyed about things right now.
I was so angry, and I think it should be. I know we said the dance was going to be that weekend, but should it be at the dance?
The dance is going to be at Halloween, and that's still a ways off.
It's still a ways off. But wasn't there some dance that was happening like that weekend?
Oh, I might have said that.
Yeah, there was a feeling that we that it was tomorrow in the first session, but with our limited it got delayed because of the storm.
The storm is fine.
It's not homecoming. It's like some other type of dance.
Yeah, we can make. Yeah, it would have been some.
I mean, we got a rain check.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the next time I see Lucca.
At the dance.
Crowd.
So you come find me at some awkward corner where there's less people.
I know what they even call it. It's a mixer.
It is. It's a mixer.
What am I even doing there?
I mean, you came with Wendy.
Sure. Yeah.
Because, like, of course,
Yeah.
Wendy wanted to go.
Yep.
Um,
And Wendy's wearing a homemade dress with a wonderful shawl. A really obscenely gorgeous shawl.
And I'm just in my regular clothes.
yeah. Mal shows up,
One something she made, the other one is her.
right? Mal shows up wearing like beatnik clothes, like a turtleneck and shiny boots and all that. He walks up to the two of you and is like, Wendy, can I steal your date for a moment?
He's not gonna come out of this like Connor, right?
No, of course not. Ow.
And Connor started smelling weird recently, and you sort of started smelling like him too.
Yeah.
Care to tell me why?
Yeah. Care to tell us why?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, just stay safe, Lucca. And stay safe, Mal.
I will try.
Thank
Glad they
you.
didn't really.
So I bring Lucca over to a quiet corner of the room.
Yeah.
So when's this gonna wear off?
I don't know. Maybe when you're going to give me an answer?
I am not gonna do that. And I am furious because you may or may not have noticed, but lying is kind of part of my everyday. Do you have any idea how long I've had this headache?
No, I don't know.
Since you cast the spell. Because, weird story, I lie apparently all the time.
Well, if you're not going to answer my question, then what are you going to do about it?
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask a friend of mine for a favor. Because, I have friends that might be able to help me.
Okay. I'm not sure what you mean. Well, I mean, yes, you have friends. Yeah. But not sure what
I'll tell you what.
friend.
You reverse the spell, or I will have to find a way to reverse it myself, which is not a process I think you're going to enjoy.
Can you at least give me just one hint? What's going on with Connor? Just one hint.
Mal,
Do you have a string on Mal?
Oh, right.
I have a token.
You can spend that as a string instead of using it to cast.
Yeah, I can. What can I do with strings? That's one of the part I still haven't checked about with.
You could offer Mal an experience point to do a thing that you want.
Oh, I should have done that instead of casting a spell.
So, I mean, I guess this offering of a string is literally like handing back that baseball letter.
Yeah. All right. I'll guess. Listen, yeah. Just give me just give me something, and I'll reverse it. I'm very sorry I give you any pain. Just and I hand you I kind of hand you the letter.
I've been looking for this.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the deal. Connor is fine. Oh, that wasn't a lie. Connor is fine.
Well, at least you believe he's fine.
And is a part of a larger plan.
Okay.
He's just observing.
All right. Well,
Something big and terrible maybe might happen. I don't know.
all right. Yeah. I take out like some kind of stick with a string attached on it. I just break it. That shall do it.
All right, great. Let's try one out. I'm not mad at you. Cool, that didn't hurt.
Yeah, I can figure that.
Yeah. Never cast a spell on me again. We won't have any problems.
And listen, let me make up for it. Whatever is happening with Karen, if you need help, come to me. I'll try to make it up.
I will keep that in mind. And he strolls away.
Now I'm absolutely curious, wonder what Xanthus is doing at the dance, and since Wendy was giving some time, maybe they meet at the punch bowl?
Sure,
Yeah.
but I do have a question for Lucca first.
Yep.
Are you wearing the pearl? And if so, how?
Okay, I definitely have the pearl on me. I actually noted that as a token also.
Oh yeah, obviously. River knows what she's doing, which is playing Wendy, who has no idea what she's doing.
Yeah, I am wearing it. I think I have like maybe a small bag or some kind of pouch or something where I keep some of my tokens in it, and maybe just this one I've displayed it on the outside, just hanging like a keychain, something like that. So it's probably at my belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's still in the same configuration then in the fishhooks?
Yeah, I didn't touch it.
Awesome. Well, she likes that a whole lot. For some reason. She doesn't understand why. So yes, Zan, because apparently full names are for people that she likes.
I think Xanthus is probably here with Veronica. If she was available. And he's filling up two glasses of punch. Evening, Wendy. Are you enjoying the evening?
Well, it looks like Mal isn't kicking the shit out of Lucca yet, so that's good.
Oh dear, is there some sort of bad blood between them?
A little, but I think it's mostly past now.
No, that's good to hear. Did you want some punch? He'll
Sure.
get another, hand it over.
Hi, Veronica.
Hi, Wendy. She lights a cigarette. How do you react to smoke? I mean, you have sharper sense.
Especially if she blows it at me, I'm gonna try to step way away from it.
She shakes out a cigarette. You want one?
No.
Okay. You know, it would help you with the little... just saying.
With a little what?
I mean, what are you doing? Packing it on for the winter?
Come on there, Veronica. That's not very nice.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'm gonna go over and talk to my girlfriends. You two chat nice. I'll be right back.
I'll nod.
What are you doing with the woman who looks like she can lactate her well out of a wet paper bag?
My
Jesus, Wendy.
my father knows her mother. It seemed like a sensible choice to bring to the dance. She's well, she's normally more pleasant than that. Oh, sorry.
Is she? No.
Well, more so certainly.
There's a lot more interesting mean people that you could be getting to know around here, though. She's just sort of boring, ordinary mean.
Who would you suggest then?
Can I walk up at this moment?
Yes, please.
Hey, Xanthus. Wendy, sorry if I was rude earlier. It's been a stressful day.
It seemed like you had something to work out, and I'm glad neither of you are bleeding at this point.
Right. Xanthus, can I borrow you for a second?
Of course. Oh, sorry, if it's not, if you don't mind, Wendy.
No, I'll find somebody else for him to borrow.
Cool. We wander over to like the bleachers or wherever.
Yeah.
And sit down, and I'm like, I'm sorry about your dad's book.
Oh, that's fine. He's somewhat overprotective sometimes.
Yeah.
Of his books.
I'm sorry for running out of the. It's been a weird week.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize. It's perfectly fine.
You're here with Veronica.
Yes. She's nice enough girl. And
kind of catty.
Yes, she's got a bit of a tongue on her.
I also noticed that you joined the theater club.
Yes. We're we're working on sorting out a new piece at the minute that should be quite fun. Are you interested at all?
I was thinking about maybe trying out for something.
Oh, that would be excellent if you would like to join us.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not bad at acting, sort of. And I mean, if you're doing it, I mean, it must be fun.
Well, yes, it certainly passes the time.
Yeah. So are you guys doing like a Shakespeare thing, or like what are you?
I'm we're looking at doing King Lear at the minute. So yes, Shakespeare.
Tragedy.
Yes. Can't be a good tragedy.
Yeah. So the whole second half of that play is basically just two dudes crying.
Yes, pretty much, I suppose, when you put it like that. I mean, truth be told, I'd rather do something a bit more lively, but
why don't you do like, I don't know, Much Ado About Nothing or something?
That could be fun. We could certainly look at that. I was yes, that could be fun.
I mean, we've got enough people.
Certainly.
And you know, you just let me know when you want to roll. Yeah. What do I do? I feel like Mal looks at him and is like, yeah, I did a play a few years back, and they did that like classic Shakespeare thing, where girls get played by guys, and it was Romeo and Juliet, and it was nice. Even if I did, especially because I had to kiss a dude on stage, it wasn't bad.
Yes, I well, boys score back home, so I often ended up playing the girl.
Mal puts his hand on your leg and is like, and was that comfortable for you? And I'm gonna roll to turn you on.
Yep, that's fair.
That's the moment. I roll. What's my hot? I think my hot is -1, so I roll a 7.
Cool.
7 is still good. Well, what's the reaction you want to choose there, Xanthus?
Yeah, that's it's definitely going to be give myself to him. So he's going to put his hand on top of Mal's and say, "Do you maybe want to go somewhere a little more private?"
Yeah. Yes. So into it.
Excellent.
Okay.
Gosh, the level of awkward flirting in this game is real great.
Yeah, that was fine. I was just trying to think. No, let's skip ahead.
Yep. So my sex move is the dark power loses a string on me and gains a string on you. Sorry.
That's fair.
Well, good news, bad news. Kay didn't have a string on you anymore, but that's okay.
That's okay. He'll get one.
Yeah, they're not hard.
Mm-mm.
But now he gets one on. Oh, gee. Yeah, no. Nothing he can do with a Carcosan. Nothing he can't do with it.
And then you can ask me for a promise.
Yes. I am going to. Oh, what do I want?
Wait, where do they wind up hooking up? Is it somewhere in the school or is it outside?
Yeah, I'd say maybe this is the. I'm assuming this is like in the sports hall sort of thing. So maybe in the locker room sort of thing.
Cool.
Seems appropriately classy.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So yeah, no, I think what do I want him to? What promise do I want? I think he's going to ask. He's going to ask. I think he's just going to ask Mal to promise that he will audition for the play.
Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Easy.
Cool.
Now feels great.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
Wendy has a terrible idea.
I'm always willing to entertain terrible ideas from Wendy.
Well, she's noticed this thing going on with Connor and Mal. I think starting to tease out something about it. And so, assuming Connor went to the dance, she'll go to Connor.
Oh, yes, yes. Connor is very confident that he'll be able to completely pass as a human being for this dance. So yeah, Connor is standing in the corner, swaying rhythmically to the music. Hello, Wendy. How are you?
You didn't have to check your hand this time. That's great. I see you're
Oh
getting
yeah,
better.
I was affected a lot by getting hit in the head with a branch.
Mm-hmm.
It made me a little bit, touched. Kind of forgot a few things. I guess it was like, when I was playing football last year and I took a pretty bad spill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looking at me kind of funny. Is everything all right?
You have something. You have power.
Yeah, I got like a raw animal charisma, you saying?
No.
I don't know what you mean, Wendy.
You're like Mal, aren't you? Well, you're like the inverse, the flip of Mal.
Oh, what do you mean? Like, yeah, I mean, I know I'm good looking. I listen to actual music. I don't listen to that beatnik stuff like he listens to. Who the hell is a Bob Dylan? I don't even know. Well, are you trying to say something to
To the
me, Wendy?
camera.
Because, I mean, like, I could say some things about you.
Okay.
You're gonna come over here and throw out all these aspersions when I can look at you and I can see that you're not human. So you coming up to me like you're gonna do something about me not being who I look like when you ain't even what you are trying to be.
I'm not trying to be anything right now except someone who's trying to help my uncles, Connor.
Your uncles.
And
Ah,
I know I'm
yes.
not human.
Rico and Terry.
Yes. Their boat needs fixed.
They're in a
You might
sexual
haven't
pairing,
even.
aren't they? Which is forbidden by the mores of this period.
Connor, you're using you're using very large words, which is
Well,
very unlike you.
since we've decided that we're both going to peel off our mask and show us what's under our skins, I thought it was only customary to treat you with a certain amount of respect
Ah,
and to remind you that my mission is of utmost criticality, and any attempts to prevent the prosecution of my mission would have to be dealt with.
rather
Are
the
we both clear on that?
rather the opposite,
Oh,
Connor.
continue.
I take off my cloak. You have this. You have power over me. And I will do things for you, and I will be very good at them. But in
Hmm.
exchange, I need my uncles back on the sea.
What a complex artifact of hyperspatial time distortion. How interesting.
You could also just call it what you did earlier. My skin.
It's more than that. We both know that. Well, I can talk to Mal. He's more my agent in this period. It would not do me any good to be unavailable to be an observer.
Well, if you can
You
help
need
me,
money. What do you propose that we do to get that?
I don't care if it's money. I just need the boat fixed.
Oh, you just need the boat fixed.
That's something
Do
that's.
you need the boat fixed, or do you need to catch fish?
I think that's a good place to call the scene.
I want to chime in when I see Wendy going to Connor. I'm getting a bit worried, but I won't go directly. I won't go directly to them. So instead, I'm going to go to the bathroom and take out some ritual things.
Yes, I've been awaiting this moment.
Yeah, I think it's time that I try on what's this chewed on pencil will allow me to see. I have a token on Connor.
Oh, good God.
So I'm going to cast an X to see and hear what Connor sees and hears. And I have no idea if I'm going to get the body of Connor or Connor.
Je vous invite à jeter les dés. Les dés.
No, it's not the time. 6.
The 6
No.
is the time.
No.
Oh, it is such the appropriate time. So you're casting your stuff, and you look up in the mirror, and you freeze because there's some dark shadow behind you.
Oh, great.
I'm sorry. By what designation do you go by?
I'm Lucca.
Lucca. Ah, yes. One of Malcolm's friends. Lucca,
Friend.
I think that you would not. Let me put it to you this way, Lucca. This was for your own good and safety. The confluence of dimensional energies that would have been unleashed upon your poor, fragile, four-dimensional human mind would not have been able to accommodate the throughput. It would have been perhaps not fatal, at least in 30 to 40% of the cases only is it's fatal, but it would have almost certainly driven you irrevocably deranged. But let this be a brief warning to you to please not interfere in anything to do with Connor. I assure you he's safe. And if you continue, our mission is of the utmost criticality. Are we both clear on this? Or shall I have Malcolm come by?
Can I turn around? You said I was froze, but
Oh yeah, when you turn around, there's nothing standing there.
okay. So I turn around, trying to look what's speaking to me, not finding it. Listen, I don't know who you are, but I'm used to dealing with dark things. I'm not afraid of you.
Well, that's your choice. And then the image fades.
Damn it. Actually, right now I think I'm getting worried about Connor. and Wendy, since she's talking. Yeah, I think I'm going to rush out to the bathroom and go to Wendy.
Oh, good. Yeah. I'm not sure how to play it. Wendy, what's your feeling on how to play that? Because we left you on a cliffhanger. Do you want to continue to keep that unresolved? Do we want to just cut out from the dance? Or how do we want to do this?
I think I want it. I think Connor definitely gets my pelt, but I haven't decided what. Sorry, Connor gets my pelt, but I haven't decided what exactly the resolution is. I love Lucca.
Okay.
I love a consequence of Lucca's 6 minus being he gets there after I've struck some sort of deal.
I like that. Yeah, Connor can just be walking away, and you come and Lucca comes pelting up to you.
Wendy, you're all right?
She takes a step away from you. Fine.
You sure? You're fine.
What did you do?
I it's complicated. Listen, I'm not sure Connor's a good person to be around right now.
I know he's not a good person. Well, I don't think he's technically a person anymore, but
What?
he can
So,
help me, and that's what matters.
so you already knows what's happening to him. Okay, well,
Look,
all right. Just wanted to check on you. I was worried, but
if you have a way that keeps my uncle's pride from cracking and keeps us fed through the winter, I'm all ears. But right now, I've got to take care of my family. Got to provide it a way.
yeah, unfortunately, I can't help you with that. But yeah, just be safe around him.
I'll
That's all I'm asking.
I'll do what I can. Okay. I don't. It's nice to have somebody worrying about me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You. Why don't we actually enjoy this dance, huh? No more chasing people around. Just
no more miles stealing people from you.
well, if he comes over again, I'll just have to say no, thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Let's
Let's do this.
cut a rug, as the band said when they started.
Oh, that's beautiful. Cool. I want to check in on Mal. Let's do this after the dance. So what happens? I mean, you and Xanthus, huh? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know what happens after that. Mal's had a really rough time. Um, I think. Hmm.
Do you want to talk to Kay or Connor?
No. I'm gonna avoid them for a minute because they're freaking me out.
Fair.
I think he wants to talk to Zan. So like maybe one day at school.
Maybe at a drama club?
Maybe drama club, yeah.
I like this.
Where all the other queers are.
Well, and artsy girls.
And artsy girls.
Veronica, for sure.
Yeah.
Ginger Schultz, yeah, because she's the Deb. And Betty, of course.
So Mal walks in to drama club and walks over to Zan and he's like, "Hey, so I brought you something."
Oh, thank you. That's awfully nice of you.
Well, so I don't know what it's like in England. But here, when you like somebody, you give them your Letterman's jacket. But since that isn't probably the best idea because of reasons, I thought I would just give you the letter.
Oh.
He hands you like the little letter patch from his Letterman's jacket.
Thank you. That's I've never, been close with someone like this before. It's Well, I mean, I've done things before, but it's always a bit transactional, if you know what I mean, at school.
Yeah. Yeah. No, me either. I just figured, it's what all the street kids do. And I like you.
I like you a lot as well. Thank you. He'll take them and sort of slip them into his bag.
So what are the chances that if you get cast as Benedict, I get to be Beatrice?
That sounds good, though. I've actually been thinking maybe rather than sticking with the old Shakespeare, we could go for something a little more experimental.
Like his eyes light up. He's such a poetry nerd. He's like, I dig that.
So, when you bumped into my father that day after school?
Yeah.
There is an English translation of the play he had, and I thought maybe it might be something a little more exciting, something we can really get our teeth into.
Okay. I like that idea.
Excellent.
Yeah. As long as I get to do it with you, I'm down.
Of course.
Yeah, we can call it there if you want.
Yep, cool.
Yeah. I just wanted to be adorable.
Yeah.
So cute. Oh my god. Cool. So, let's see, we've checked in with Mel, we've checked in with Lucca, and we got 15 minutes left. Okay. So the next thing happens at night, and I want to know where everybody is at about 7 o'clock in the evening.
I'm probably working on parts of the boat that are small that I can fit into.
Yeah.
Cool.
If David's cool with it, I think Mal is giving Zan like a little tour of Kingsport.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Do you go to like the little coffee shop?
Yeah, we go to a little coffee shop. I show him where the
The
lighthouse
creature from
is.
the black coffee pot.
Yep.
Yeah, excellent.
Yep.
Yeah, Kingsport's a weird town. It's the only coffee shop. It's the only time you've ever seen coffee shops that have salt put out besides the sugar. It's a weird town. Where is Lucca?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, salt.
Or the coffee.
There are a lot of there's just a bunch of people in town that like salt in their coffee.
Salt in the coffee.
Well, they just like salty water.
Okay. And I'm at home probably rummaging through my grandmother's things, trying to see if I can get any information about what happened during the dance. The thing I talked to.
Ooh, that sure sounds like you're gazing into the abyss.
Sounds like it.
I invite you to roll.
Oh, come on! I've got +2 dark, I have 5. Oh.
Okay. Obviously, the best thing to do is to give you the information. So
No!
yes, in the deep lore of your grandmother's people that goes all the way back to the great witches of Kingsport and Dunwich, like the Great Witch Fortune, there is mention of a sort of demonic race that sometimes possesses people and attempts to walk among humans without being noticed. And usually the possession ends and the person returns, but sometimes they never come back. And these people just walk within a soul and body forever.
Okay. I'm not gonna have nightmare tonight.
You sure about that?
It hurts. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, that seems to be what has taken a hold of Connor. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you cutie pies are in the coffee shop.
Mhm.
And the radio, you hear on the radio that there's a special bulletin from President Kennedy. And so somebody just turns it up, not thinking too much. Nobody's really sure. They just, it's like a special address from President Kennedy. I guess Wendy, you're out working on the boat, and like Rico comes staggering to the kitchen, and he's like, "You better get in here." And Lucca, you just kind of come wandering down, dazed, and you see your parents watching TV.
Just grab, get Uncle Terry to grab my feet. I'm kind of upside down.
Yeah. And so the president says,
Good evening, my fellow citizens. This government, as promised, has maintained the closest surveillance of the Soviet military buildup on the island of Cuba. Within the past week, unmistakable evidence has established the fact that a series of offensive missile sites is now in preparation on that imprisoned island. The purpose of these bases can be none other than to provide a nuclear strike capability against the West.
at which point, yeah, there's a rap on your door, Wendy. And you can see Connor standing on the doorstep. What do you do?
It helps with the dramatic gesturing if I unmute the mic so I can talk as soon as those are over.
Yeah.
Open the door.
Good.
Yes.
You're home.
Yes.
The crisis has begun. The nexus is upon us. And we have much work to do. I will require services of you in return for the payment we agreed upon. Now, first things first. In order to do that, you'll probably need Lucca.
Okay.
Because we will need to summon the spirit of. Oh, right. You probably think it's just a legend. Yes, we'll need to summon the spirit of a tormented soul who died in this town and is owed a favor by the people of the water. We'll handle that.
You see, I thought that missiles that could destroy all life on this planet was a myth they used to keep us online until my uncles called me in. So
yes, well, you should be happy to know that in the majority of the future timelines, everything is fine. How well do you think you can smell, right? Yeah. Yeah, Connor's worried.
Hang on a second. Let me just check one thing, Connor.
Yes, of course.
If we die and you're here, do you die?
That depends on how much warning I have.
And are you sidestepping your mission to watch?
My mission is to watch and observe, as we believe this may have the potential to become a fixed nexus point in time, at which point I would report back to the collective and we would mark it as such. Of course, it may be that certain low eventuality probabilities make it more convenient
Okay.
that it curve in a different way, and I have to tell you, I know that the collective says that the vast majority of outcomes in this particular nexus do not result in the incineration of planet Earth, but I am having some difficulty calculating that right now. So I'm sure that the collective is correct about this, but
Yeah. Well,
yes, everything will be fine. You will be fine. I have become, oh dear, Kay warned me about this. I have become fond is the word, right? I like you.
oh, I thought you meant you like it. I thought you were going to say you like it here. Because I was going to say welcome to the club.
This is dreadful. You people are such primitives. I mean, if I had waited just a few decades, I would be in much better shape to complete my calculations. I would not have to do these laboriously by hand. I would have at least some primitive machine intelligence.
Like the
Unless you think you can get me into ENIAC
I have no idea
or
what
perhaps
that
Bell
is.
Labs.
No idea what that is either.
Oh, well.
Let's go talk to your ghost.
Yes, let's make sure that we have missions to observe first. You'll have to come with me because I do not know how to operate a automobile.
So funny story, I say.
That's the right moment to cut.
Yeah.
I want to see what the two lovebirds are doing when this comes over the radio.
Oh gosh. I don't know, Zan.
Do you really think they'll do it?
I don't know. I'll tell you what I do think, though. Hiding under our desks isn't going to protect us from a nuclear bomb.
No, I've always somewhat harbored doubts about the effectiveness of that.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I think they might. But if they do that, then somebody else would just do the same thing to them. So maybe they won't?
I mean, it would seem like the action of a madman to actually, press the button, but
And I guess we just have to ask how mad they are. And we're like standing at the like counter in the coffee shop or whatever, and Mal grabs your hand. And it's like, either way, it's really scary.
yeah, he's going to squeeze it back.
Yeah.
If this wasn't the last 5 minutes of the session, I would say to roll. Cool.
Yeah.
I think unless we want to get a final grace note from Lucca. Okay, then yeah, let's hold up here.
My fellow citizens, let no one doubt that this is a difficult and dangerous effort on which we have set out. No one can foresee precisely what course it will take, or what costs or casualties will be incurred.